What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to Chamakh episode 2. Before we get going I have a couple of things to clear up. Firstly, I've decided I'm only going to show the games that Chamakh actually scores in, so that would be why the games now have gone from 3 to 5 because I actually played 2 games without getting a single goal with him, so he's now at 4 goals in 5 games instead of 4 goals in 3. Secondly, if you missed today's pack opening, there were some issues with YouTube and they decided to not let most people watch it for the first 10 minutes of it being up, saying some weird stuff about countries, but that is now fixed. So there's a link in the description, or you can just scroll back onto my channel and have a look at that. So this game I played absolutely terribly in the first one, but Chamakh did actually score a goal, so that's that bit out of the way. Again, I'm not really going to be talking about the gameplay for a couple more minutes. I have also had a few issues with Chamakh. Now, I did go through a little phase where I really struggled to score goals and I was really struggling to win as well, which is this game and the 2 previous. But what you guys will see in a minute is the fact that I get disconnected from one of my later games, and this has basically already messed up Chamakh's record because it hasn't included those goals and it hasn't included that game, and so we're going to have to completely ignore his actual card stats now and just go on off we've got at the bottom. Like, you can have a vague guide from his card stats if we load it up at all, but there I got demolished 4-1, and I decided because I wasn't doing too well in Division 3 with this team that I would go into the Cup, and that it was basically when I was having the issues was in Division 3, because this was especially before release. There were some really sweaty, good players in Division 3, and with Chamakh up front, I stood no chance. So I went into the Cup, came up against this guy who had an alright team with mainly, well, a Serie A only team, basically, and it did seem like it was going to be a lot easier. Now, I'm going to let the gameplay play again in the background, and what I am going to say to you guys as well is I'm still undecided about a career. There was quite a few suggestions in the last episode. Some people did say not to do Arsenal because MGH, or PS3 Gaming HD, has already done an Arsenal career, which does make me a little bit disappointed because I did very muchly want to do a career as the Arsenal manager, but obviously it isn't possible if he's already done it, and I don't want to have a very similar series. So I've got a couple of ideas as well. One thing I did notice is this year you have the ability to swap a team, say from Spain or a different league or something like that, and now you have the chance to move them into another league. So I could say go to Spain and grab Atletico Madrid and take them into the Prem and see what I can do in the Prem with it. Now this is something I'd very much think we could do something nice with, and we're going to maybe work from that, and I'll decide afterwards, because I would like to play in English leagues, maybe even the Prem or something like that. So yeah, that's that. But anyway, on to the game. This was a fantastic game. One of the closest games I think I've had, actually. In the first half there was 4 goals scored, in 7 minutes, but this was when the disconnection happened. It was at 3-3 and nothing really happened. I ended up getting the loss. It took ages on the please wait, so I had to go straight back into next game after dashboarding. Now all my players kept their fitness as well, so it didn't even count the game at all, other than knocking down my did not finish and giving me a loss for it, which was a shame, but something I have to deal with. So we go into this next game, and it was quite high scoring, I have to say that. I managed to get a goal there with a sidey. Nice little chip, good positioning. This guy was very quick to bring his goalie out, which was, well, it was quite useful because obviously crossing and stuff, it's nice to have the goalie off the line a bit, so it makes it a bit easier for your player to get onto it, especially when you've got someone tall like Chamakh. So moving on from that, one of the little issues as well is the fact I'm going to be selling most of the players in this team. I'm of course going to keep hold of Chamakh so that we have his record and stuff like that, even if it is going to be a little bit unreliable. The fact that most players' prices are going to go up, especially Premier League players' prices upon the release of the game tomorrow, so I definitely am going to sell probably the whole starting 11 other than Chamakh, just to get a bit of coinage out of it and try and make myself some nice money. Maybe I will build another team with Chamakh different to this one, which would be quite cool. Maybe a 4-3-3, so I can give him a bit more delivery from out wide, because it does seem that is the way I score the majority of my goals, is when I cross it in. However, when you're playing 4-3-2-1, it's a little bit harder to cross in than a 4-3-3, so that may be something I go for, especially with the coins that I'm going to be getting from packs and the good amount I've already got anyway. So that's that. Career mode, again, if you guys have any more suggestions, please put them in the comments below. It would very much help me. If you like the idea of, say, putting Atletico Madrid in the Prem or something like that as well, let me know in the comments below. So this is the end of this episode. Chamakh has so far scored 9 goals in 8 games, which is pretty impressive considering how absolutely terrible he is. Thanks always for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. The response last episode was fantastic. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.